Sweetheart of Jesus, font of love and
Reflection on the Solemnity of the Sacred Heart of Jesus. The Solemnity of the Sacred Heart of Jesus is one of the popular feasts of Christ in the Catholic Church, and devotion to the Sacred Heart has gained so much popularity among Catholics all over the world. The Feast of the Sacred Heart became enormously popular during the later half of the 17th century and the first quarter of the 18th century. The rapid growth of this popularity was a reaction against Jansenism, a heresy that held the human person is utterly corrupt and totally unworthy of God, who is simply too holy for us. Jansenists and those influenced by them hesitated to approach the Eucharistic table to receive Holy Communion, since they saw themselves as much too unworthy to receive the body and blood of Christ. As a result, numerous people discontinued the practice of receiving Holy Communion, and those who did approach the altar for communion did so very infrequently. The devotion to the Sacred Heart was meant to counter Jansenism's excessive emphasis on the unworthiness of the human person. It brought into focus again the enormous love of God manifested in Jesus Christ, His Son. The love of God for the human person was all that was needed to bridge the gap between the all-holy God and sinful humans. The devotion to the Sacred Heart has encouraged men and women in the intervening centuries to receive the Eucharist at least on the first Friday of each month, which is preceded by a 1-hour vigil into the midnight. In December 1673, during Christ's first apparition to Saint Mary Margaret, He gave her this message, as she later recounted: "My Sacred Heart is so intense in its love for men, and for you in particular, that not being able to contain within it the flames of His ardent charity, they must be transmitted through all means." Jesus' human love for us makes Him vulnerable to the pain of rejection by us. Our devotion to the Sacred Heart is a devotion of love. We see a heart that has so loved the world while receiving so little love in return, and we desire to give ourselves to Him more and more. We are saddened by the cold and heartless responses that He receives in return for His sacrificial love. Saddest of all, the weak, half-hearted love from many of those who have been called to consecrate themselves intimately to Him. Christ invites us to help Him bring in the lost sheep. We can call to them and let them know that He is out searching for them. Above all, we can console Him by giving our love to Him. In the reading of the Solemnity of the Sacred Heart, Jesus invites, "Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." If we accept this invitation, we will realize that His yoke is light.